part of the world to rotate the important one, and obviously pick up boundaries if you can, and all the partnerships that the guys had today that were able to do that, were able to rotate strike, and we have seen when you can get yourself in, batting does become easier, even though there is the odd ball that does turn, especially out of the foot marks. But I think that's something that the guys will be really pleased with today, was how proactive we were, and I guess just the intent that we showed throughout the innings.
It feels like your batting in Asia kind of has been on a pretty steady incline, and hit 155 in Colombo last time you were here, had a good series in Pakistan, in between, and now a 70 today. What is it that's kind of happened through the course of your career that's allowed you to acquire those kinds of skills? Because you obviously grew up on pitches that were very, very different from this.
Yeah, I think it's just the experience in these conditions. I think the more you come to these parts of the world, I was lucky enough to tour, when I was probably about 18, with the New Zealand A side, and to have that exposure probably at that age was really important for me and my development. And as I said, you find a way, the more you come here, you find a way that you're able to play in these conditions, and I guess it's having a plan and trying to stick to that as best you can, and as I said, trying to be proactive, trying to, especially against bowlers, because in these parts of the world, when you're facing a lot of balls and you can't get off strike, it does become harder. So I think the grand scheme of things is about trying to have a plan and stick to that as best you can, and then hopefully you can judge yourself on that.
Rex?
Tom, no New Zealanders scored a test match 100 in Galle. You will be probably getting with that today. Disappointed today,
no, not really. That's my plan in these conditions, is to be proactive and obviously use the sweep shot, as I'm sure you saw. So that was certainly my plan. And other days it goes to the field around the boundary. Today obviously didn't quite work out, but that's certainly my mode in terms of how I operate in these conditions.
Also, New Zealand played the 4 test matches in Galle and lost all of them. Do you think that you guys have, it's to be too early, but do you think you guys have done enough to make sure that you walk away with a win in this game?
Yeah, obviously a long way to go, but I think the position that we've put ourselves in today is obviously great. We know every day that you turn up, you've got to be on your A game in these conditions, and we know how quickly things can unfold. If you're not quite there. So for us, it's about coming here tomorrow and putting those partnerships together. The more partnerships we can build, hopefully we can obviously get to parity, and then obviously hopefully push things as big as we can go, I guess. So a lot of hard work to do tomorrow.
Cool. All right. Last one. We'll pass across there, Rex.
In these kinds of conditions where the ball is turning quite a lot, how important is it to watch for that straighter one that comes that can get you LBW? It felt like everybody who batted today was really watchful about that.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's the danger ball in these conditions, especially for the ball that's turning away. It's the one that just slides on tends to be the one that does get the wickets, not necessarily the one that turns quite big. So again, it's guys have different plans and how they want to operate and the way they like to do things. So I think you're right. It's you got to be wary of that, and I guess as a batter, and if your player missing it goes past your outside edge, then you just have to say well bowled.